Welcome back to Tidbit Tuesdays. My name is Sarah Streyder. I'm the director here at the Secure Families Initiative. And today I'm going to talk about a topic that is close and dear to our hearts here at Tidbit Tuesdays, and that is voting. Specifically, how voting is going to look a little bit different for a lot of us this fall. So whether you're a seasoned absentee voter, or if you're going to be casting your ballot by mail for the first time this year, we've got some tips to make sure your vote gets counted this November. The first things to do are to register to vote and request your absentee ballot as soon as possible, like now, today, right after this video. Seriously, these are things that you don't want to wait until the last minute on. The sooner you get all of your information in line, the more likely it is you will receive your ballot at the earliest possible moment. So if you're an actively serving military family and you're stationed somewhere other than where you vote, congratulations, you automatically qualify to vote by mail. In fact, you can register to vote and request an absentee ballot in the same step. Fill out the federal postcard application to make sure that all of your information is up to date, even if you've done it before. If you're not one of these voters, either because your family is entirely out of the military or you happen to live in the same place where you vote, you may still get to vote absentee this year. A lot of states allow any voter to request it, and some states, even if they require an excuse, chances are you might qualify. So if you've never voted before, first of all, register, make sure you're on the voter rolls, and then second, check your state's rules when it comes to absentee voting and request that absentee ballot as soon as possible. If you're an actively serving military voter, I've got an important date for you to remember. September 19th. It's 45 days before the election, and assuming you've got all your registration in place, this is when your election official is legally required to send you your absentee ballot. So if we're getting to like late September and your official ballot still hasn't arrived, it's good to keep in mind it's time to go to Plan B. Plan B is this. There's something called the FWAB, or the Federal Write-In Absentee Ballot, which is basically a blank generic ballot that any military or overseas voter can fill out and turn in as a backup. So it's best to do that, even if your official ballot arrives later. Make sure you at least get that backup in to make sure that your voice gets heard. And even better, I do have one tip to avoid any sort of last-minute scramble, and here it is. Any military or overseas voter can request to have their blank ballot sent to them by email. This way, it shows up instantaneously in your inbox on September 19th. You don't have to wait around for it to arrive. We definitely recommend using this option this year to cut down on lag time. Okay, now that you've got your ballot, it's time to fill it out. Make sure you pay close attention to all of the different instructions. Every state has different requirements. Some states are really persnickety about filling out the bubbles, not putting any X marks in them. Some states require you to sign the back of the envelope before you turn it in. Oh, and don't forget to check whether your ballot has more options on the back side. All of these little pieces are super important. It would be a shame to go to all the effort to turn in your ballot only to have it not counted for something silly. Our second to last step is turning in your ballot. About 30 states or so allow military and overseas voters to submit their ballots electronically, either by email attachment, secure web portal, or if you've got one, fax machine. So go ahead and check whether your state is one of those and you can bypass the mail system entirely. However, if your state is one of the 20 or so left that require you to submit a physical paper ballot, start making a plan right now for how you're going to mail it back in. We've all heard about postal mail delivery delays happening in different parts of the world due to COVID-19. So the name of the game this November is ASAP. Get that ballot in the mail as soon as you possibly can. Do not procrastinate. If you're stationed overseas, we've been assured that military mail continues to move. So if you've got access to a post office on base, that is probably your best bet for mailing back your ballot. And finally, if you're reservist, National Guard, or altogether retired from the military, chances are you live close to where you vote. And if you also are nervous about the postal system, your best bet is to check whether your election official allows for drop-off locations, either a drop-off box or the election office itself. This is a great way to deliver your ballot directly and reduce the hassle. Finally, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to go help a friend. Make sure the people in your life know about the deadlines that are coming up and offer to help coach them through the process. Friends don't let friends miss elections. I hope today's tidbit has been useful. This November's election is going to be like none other, so it's our job to show up and make it happen. Have a great week, everyone, and stay healthy, y'all.